At this point, we now have a requirement composable function, but we're not building these within our UI. We'll start here by defining a new composable function called password requirements in a corresponding file. This will take a list of the requirements that are currently satisfied, which will come directly from our state. Within this function, we're going to compose a column, as we're going to be showing a vertical list of the password requirements. Before we get started building this out though, we're just going to create a quick preview so we can see things unfold as we build them. Composing the requirements is actually a very minimal process. We previously defined the password requirements enum, with each value having a label property in the form of a string resource. This means that with this composable, we can simply loop through the values of the password requirements enum, composing a requirement using the current item in the loop. Here, we'll use the label property to retrieve a string that could be passed from the message argument of the requirement, along with using the password requirements reference to check whether the requirement is currently satisfied. We can now see in our preview how the requirements are being composed, with the different theming being applied based on what is currently satisfied. With this done, we're now ready to compose this in our UI. We're going to start by adding a quick spacer with a fixed height of 12 dp, just so that our requirements aren't pressed tightly against the password input, and then we're going to compose our password requirements. But here, we need access to the completed requirements. These come from our state, but we're going to pass them in as an argument to our authentication form function. We'll add this as an argument, and then we'll pass it directly into our password requirements. However, we're actually only going to want to compose this when the user is signing up, as if the user is signing in, they'd already have a valid password type. Rather than just showing and hiding this, we're actually going to use the animated visibility composable, which will allow us to animate our composable in and out based on its visible flag. For the visible flag, we're essentially going to set this to true if the authentication mode is of the type sign up. And when this state changes between sign up and sign in, the animated visibility composable will animate between the visible states. This will allow our password requirements to come in and out of view in a slightly nicer fashion than just directly showing and hiding it. We're just going to update our preview quickly to satisfy the completed password requirements argument. Then we're going to hop over to the parent composable and pass this argument from our state. Now we can view our preview, and now if we change the authentication mode to sign up, we can see that the requirements are being displayed beneath our password input field.